Good morning and welcome. My name is Sussex Sandra and welcome to my channel. This morning I am doing a foundation review, and it's actually a foundation I saw on QVC. You know how much I love QVC shopping channel. Yep, I love that channel a lot. Too much. They got a lot of money out of me. Anyway, so this is a new foundation that they've launched. It's actually a new brand that they've launched on their channel, and it's called Nude by Nature. Now, I have come across this brand before. In my ASOS advent calendar of last year, I did get a product. Can't remember exactly what it was, but it was a complexion product of some sort, and it came in a little pot, and I think it was a deeper shade they had, and I did try it on my skin, but it was a little bit too light and ashy for my skin. Can't remember exactly what the product was, but I think it might have been a foundation. And the shade range available then wasn't that great either. I think it was only about 4 or 5 shades. However, this time in this foundation, what we have here is a Nude by Nature Flawless Liquid Foundation, and it comes with a buffing brush. So let me show it to you. So this is the packaging. So it looks like that. And you've got a brush to go with it. There's a brush. This is the brush that goes with it. So it looks like this. Isn't that an attractive looking bottle? Looks good, huh? This is the darkest shade they had, so I just went straight for that. I wasn't going to waste any time in doing that. The shade I got is Toffee, and I think they call it yeah, so I got the deepest shade, which is called Toffee N10, which is now sold out. It comes in 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, so that's 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 shades. That's not bad for this brand, it seems like. From what I know about Nude by Nature, they're an Australian brand. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put some primer on my face first, and then I'll talk to you about the product. So not messing about, because I don't know how good this foundation is. So I'm going to use my Becca Evermatte Poreless primer. Not playing games today. So let's put this on. Right, we'll leave that to dry, and let me read you about the product then. So the product is, the description says, the Flawless Liquid Foundation from Nude by Nature works to provide a smooth and flawless finish, but looks and feels like a second skin, thanks to natural pigments that work alongside your natural complexion. The oil-free and fragrance-free formula is totally buildable, and along with the ultra-soft buffing brush will give a perfect finish every time. So it says that it is, so you get 30 ml in a bottle. It's formulated with bamboo powder for a soft focus effect, baobab fruit extract, and the antioxidant rich Australian native kakadu, plum and lily pilly. Baobab fruit I've heard of before, because that's something that's been inside hair moisturising products, yeah, conditioning products in particular. I mean, we got it in a little, we got a little conditioning mask once from one of the beauty boxes. It might have been Birchbox or Glossy Box. It was a little tub like that. It was blue and black tub, and it was actually a really good conditioning mask, especially for sort of afro full C hair. So it was a good little one. And then also I have it inside a couple of my hair products, which I got from Treasure Tress, and they are in a phyto specific products that we got recently. So it was in a conditioner and it was in an oil, which we got from them. So I know it's a good hydrating product. They don't say what the finish is for this foundation. No, they don't say what the finish is, but I think I read somewhere that it does give a semi-matte finish. Yeah, there's some writing on the box, but it's too small for me to read with my contact lenses on. So that's the foundation. Let me get the brush out. So this is the brush. They say it's a number 8 brush in a nice tube like this. So this is the brush. It's like a flat brush. I actually wonder if this is going to be firm enough. It feels very nice, and it does look good. Yeah, it does look good. Right, let's go ahead and do this. I'm hoping this colour is going to be okay. It's not giving me loads of confidence, I must say. That does look rather light. So let me bring you in and let's go for this. Yep, primer is all dried. Okay, I am scared, I'll admit it. This colour, now that I've got it, it looks really light, but let's go. That's not going to be dark enough for me. I can see that already. This is not going to be dark enough at all. Okay, this may not work, folks. Oh shit, look at that. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is going to be awful. Oh Lord, right, okay, let's put it on. Thankfully I don't have to wear it for the whole day. So this is the deepest shade they've got. Okay, I can make it work by putting on contour. So, oh shit. Oh, this is awful. Right, let's forget about the shade for now, because the colour we know is wrong. So that's gonna come into my shade selection later on. Right, but let's talk about the product itself. So it blends out very easily. Initially, it's giving me a medium coverage, I would say. So it does feel like it's going to be buildable. Let me do another pump and do the other side, then I'll come back and do the other side in a minute. Okay, so I've got one pump on each side of my face at the moment, and I would say the coverage is very much medium coverage. It looks like I can build it up. It's very light, it is very comfortable. It feels like it's almost quite water-based. It does feel very light. So it's running a little bit, but not much. So I'm just going to put a bit more all over my face. So this will be the third pump, and then I'll just try and do some stuff to my face just to make it look a little bit presentable. This shade is my shade in the dead of winter when I've had no sun at all and I'm feeling extremely run down. That's this shade. This is not a healthy colour for me. And it's disappointing that this is the deepest shade. But okay, so I've put that second layer on, and I don't know if you can see, but it's actually very patchy over there. Look, when I do this, it's very, very patchy. Oh, that's not a great look, is it? So maybe it's not so buildable as they make out. Yeah, look how patchy that is. Oh, that's not great, is it? Oh God. Right. All right, we've started now. Let me finish up. Yeah, that's not great. So I look very washed out and very pale, quite ill. The finish does seem to be, I would say, skin-like. So it's not a natural matte finish. I would say it's almost slightly dewy. So I do need to fix this quickly before I step outdoors and let the world see me, because I'm not quite impressed with this at all. Yuck. Right, let's do this. So I'm going to put some contour on now and see if I can just amend this, because this is kind of scaring me quite a bit. The shrinkage is real, it's raining, it's miserable, but the makeup's looking good though. So yeah, but look at this weather, awful. Oh. Right, carry on. about 1 o'clock, isn't it? It's about 3 hours in. Hello, I am back. I have been wearing the foundation now for about 6 hours. Let me just show you the times, get the clock app up. Okay, there we go. So it's just 4:10. So it's literally about 6 hours since I applied the foundation. I've been out and about. I went outside into the elements. It's windy out there, it's raining. Autumn has arrived in Britain. Temperature is much cooler than it was. But let's talk about the foundation. So when I review a foundation, especially after I've done a few hours of a wear test, I use the system I created called TOPS. So that stands for, the T stands for transfer. Does the foundation transfer? The O stands for oil control. So whether the foundation, basically how much oil is produced and how many blotting sheets I end up using. The first P stands for performance. So how did the foundation apply? How did it blend? How did it work with other products? Did it melt? Did it fade? Did it separate? All of that kind of side of things. The second P stands for price. So what is the price of the foundation and how does it compare to other products within its market, the market that it's aiming itself for? And S is for shade selection. So what are the shades available and is the shade range decent for what it is? So let's go through this. So when I do the first two, transfer and oil control, I tend to use blotting sheets. So I ran out of my usual blotting sheets last time. I opened up a new packet of blotting sheets and can I find them? Can I find those blotting sheets? No. So I've had to go and find another packet today. So these ones are by Kleenex. I don't know what these ones are like. These I also received from Pink Poodle. So this is the second packet. I think Pink Poodle sent me, her name's Jean. She sent me 2 or 3 packets. So again, thank you, Jean, for sending me these through. No idea what I did with the other packet. So I'm going to try these ones out. So when I do blotting sheets, they, a decent foundation will use about no more than 2 sheets of oil because I'm going to produce oil whatever because I have just got very oily skin, so I'm going to get oil. And I don't just get oil in my T-zone, I tend to get oil all over. So yeah, so a decent foundation will probably use about 2 sheets. A foundation that's not great on controlling oil, I expect 3 sheets and above. So let's see what we do today. I did do a little check-in at about halfway through, so it must have been about 12 o'clock-ish, I think, roughly, when I did a check to see what my face was like. And the nose area and my upper cheeks were very oily. So in the last 2 hours or so, my whole face has become very oily. So, oh, these are nice sheets from Kleenex, very pretty. Let's see how this works. So I'm assuming this is the oil absorbing side. So let's see how we get on. So what I'm expecting to look at, I'm looking to see how much foundation transfers onto this and how much oil. So not sure which is the right side, but I'm going to go with this side. And then let's go from here. Don't know if this is the right side or not. Well, it's sticking to my forehead enough. Okay, so that's pure oil on there. Not so much foundation. I'm going to try the other side, see if that makes any difference. Okay, the other side is more like a... So the other side is showing the foundation. Can you see the foundation a little bit there? If I angle it a little bit. So that's one sheet. Let's go on to the next sheet. These aren't bad sheets actually, I quite like these. Right, okay, so we've got foundation there and oil. Let's see if I can, yeah, oil and foundation. So we're going on to the third sheet here. So this is obviously not an oil controlling foundation. Yeah, the rain has just done wonders to my hair. Shrinkage! I mean, look at this, my little mini afro on my head. Okay, so there we go. So we've got oil and foundation there as well. So we're looking at 3 sheets with this foundation. That's after 6 hours. So 1, 2, show you this one as well. 3 sheets. I know it's a bit gross showing you this, but just wanted to show you what it looks like. So let's have a look at a close-up and see how we're doing here. Okay, so have we got any separation? It's not really any separation as such. I mean, there is some fading and some patching here actually. So it's obviously melted and faded in places. So just in my forehead there and around here. So it has, yeah, it has faded a bit. Okay. So all around here you can see my skin starting to show through there. So it has faded quite a bit. Alright, so I've got an idea now how I feel about this foundation. So when I do them, I do rank out of 10. So for transfer, the foundation, obviously it did transfer. So I think out of 10, I'm going to give this a 5 out of 10. Because it was okay. It wasn't horrendous, but there was some transfer. There is still foundation on my face, but it's not great. So I'm going to give it an average. So it's what I expect for an average foundation. So 5 out of 10 for that. For oil control, well, it hasn't controlled my oil. It's only been 6 hours. I was getting quite significant oil around my nose after sort of like two hours. So that wasn't great. And I usually look for 4 hours to see if the foundation can control my oil for at least 4 hours before I start seeing the oil breakthrough. So after 2 hours, my nose was very shiny. So I think out of 10 for oil control, I'm going to give this, say, a 4 out of 10 because it wasn't great. Performance wasn't fantastic either. The first layer, so I did a pump on this side and a pump on that side, let it dry for a bit, then I put another pump on to do the whole face. Once I tried to put that second layer on, I noticed using the brush that the foundation started to lift and it started getting very patchy in application. So that wasn't great. It might have been better if I used a sponge, I don't know, because I just wanted to use the brush that they supplied with the foundation. So the other thing I noticed as well is that oil start to produce on my face pretty quickly, and I noticed that as I was applying the makeup on, particularly the contour, I was starting to sweat a little bit, and the foundation just started to mess and melt all over my face when I was putting the contour on. So I had to turn the fan on just to dry my face down so I can apply the other products on. So that was unusual. I've only experienced that once before, and that's with another foundation. Well, it was a BB cream, and that's the only time I've ever experienced that. So that wasn't great. It did work well with the other products. So the under eye highlighter went on fine. The contour, once my face started to dry down, that went on fine. Eyeshadows went on fine. Blush went on fine. So all of that was okay. But it wasn't great initially in application. It has faded a little bit around my face. So you can see that the foundation has started to fade around my face. Don't forget, I've only had it on for 6 hours. So on my forehead, it has started to fade as well. Hasn't really melted and hasn't separated. Apart from the melting did happen whilst I was doing the contour bit earlier on, but I've mentioned that already. So it's not great. I would say it's below average for me again. So I think for performance, I'm going to give it a 4 on my oily skin. And this is the thing to remember. It's how it performs on my oily skin. Probably if you've got dry normal skin, even normal combo, you might not have the same problems I had. For price, well, it's remind myself, I think it was £26. I got it from QVC. Let me just check the price. Yeah, it's £26.50 and £3.95 postage and packaging. So it seems to be reduced, so the price would be £29.50. So that's still up there. So £26.50, that's the price of Fenty. You know, that's the Fenty Pro filter. No, everyone compares to the Fenty Pro filter. Can't remember how much the Studio Fix is, but it's around that same sort of price as well. This is nowhere near as good as those foundations. Yes, the ingredients are much more natural, if that's what you're looking for. It's cruelty-free. I don't know if it's vegan, but it's cruelty-free, so we can say that about it. It's more organic, natural ingredients. There's less horrible chemicals in there. But yeah, £26.50 plus the postage and packaging. Let's call it £30. Yeah, I think it's an expensive foundation for what it is. It depends on what's most important to you. So if you're looking for more natural, cruelty-free ingredients, I think you'd be willing to pay that little bit extra for that. Personally, I don't care either way if it's cruelty-free, vegan or not. I just want something that's going to perform well on my skin. So I actually think that's very pricey for what it is. So £26.50, call it £30 for what that is. That's too expensive for me. So I'm going to give that a 2 out of 10 because I actually don't think it's worth the money. The shade selection, well, there was, what was it, 17 shades? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 shades. I'm wearing the deepest shade and that's not great. and I even felt that it was too light when I put it on. It has dried down, it has oxidized, so it's oxidized to a shade that works well with me now, but then I did have to play with it initially, so I had to put contours on and everything else just to make the shade work for me. Because I've got oily skin, once the oils mix with the foundation, it does become darker, and that's why it's oxidized. If you haven't got oily skin, that Toffee, that N10, is not going to be great if you're lighter than me. Forget if you're darker than me, because there is just nothing there. So I would say shade range is pretty pathetic, really. So again, we're looking at a 3 out of 10. So it's not great, this foundation. It was nice to try, but it's not great. It's not something I would recommend at all if you've got oily skin. Again, this is the kind of foundation that if you've got dry and normal skin, you might be okay with it. If you think that natural ingredients and cruelty-free and organic ingredients is important to you, you'll be okay with that. But if you're looking for a good performing foundation, especially for the price you're paying, this is not the one. It really isn't the one. So for me, this is a nah. It's a definite nah. Thankfully, I bought it from QVC, so you know what's going to happen with this. It's going back. Not forgetting, actually, I mean, what I didn't say is that it did come with a brush. The brush is a decent brush. I don't think it's great for applying foundation, but it's a decent brush. So the foundation plus the brush is £30. So that's a good price for a bundle, but it's only good value if the product actually works for you, and it hasn't worked for me, and I am going to be sending this back. So Monday morning, it will be packaged up and sent back to the post office. So yeah, it's a no for me, I'm afraid, with this foundation. Okay, before I go, just want to remind you that I have got some giveaways going at the moment. So I've got 2 giveaways going. I've got the ASOS beauty box for September. So it was the one with the ASOS design makeup, their brand makeup in there. So that's a giveaway for September only. That closes on September the 30th. And to enter that giveaway, all you have to do is to comment on the ASOS video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. And if you subscribe to my channel and you've commented, I will check to see if you subscribed. I'll randomly pick up person and I'll notify them by their comment and on Instagram, so I'll notify them. That's the first giveaway. The second giveaway is for when I hit 1250 subscribers. I'm about 1220 now, so it's been a little bit slow in the last couple of weeks. So once I hit 1250 subscribers, I've got a box full of goodies that I'm going to be giving away. So once I hit 1250, I'm literally going to randomly pick someone who has subscribed to my channel, probably someone who has commented on videos as well. So you know, and I'm just going to pick someone, and I'll notify them via Instagram and probably under one of the comments they've put in the video, and I'll let them know. So that's for 1250 subscribers. And I have got a surprise giveaway coming up, and it's going to be coming up very soon, but I'm not letting you know when, but it is coming up soon. All right, I'm going to leave you now. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. If you haven't subscribed as yet, what are you waiting for? Just get on down there, press that subscribe button, and if you press the notification bell, that will let you know when I do my next upload. And it's worthwhile pressing that bell because I've got giveaways coming soon. All right, take care. See you soon. Bye.